Hey,
Hello, everybody.
hey. All
Cheers.
right, we are live and welcome back to another Craft Beer Gone Wild. I am Rod J here in Cincinnati and here with the cast of characters, more regulars nowadays. Here with me are...
I am Thomas Metal 75 from the Massachusetts Beer Review channel of YouTube from southeastern Massachusetts, and I am joined by my buddy and friend Michael Sheldon Jr. from Rhode Island. Say hello, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
All right.
Yeah, we were late on that drum roll that time. I thought about that. And also we have...
A Canadian.
Two very polite people.
Yeah. You don't need to get like Trump and just jump on in.
Jordan from Reviewing Under Influence out here in the Great White North, eh?
Hey.
Hey.
I'm Tanya, and I do beer reviews under my name, which I have put on the screen because I'm pretty sure it's impossible to spell it otherwise. And I'm out of the San Francisco Bay Area.
Excellent, excellent. And obviously you're on my channel, so everybody knows where you can find me at Rod J, BeerVentures and Beer Reviews. And today we decided to take a look at German beers. So, or German style beers. It doesn't have to be a German beer, but German style type beers. And I actually went out and got a couple, which I think are going to actually probably be both Heffies, I believe. So one of them I have is actually Erdinger and their Weizenbrau. So this one is actually all natural, bottle fermented, brewed all naturally using traditional bottle fermentation, never pasteurized. Thank you for enjoying Erdinger, the world's #1 Hefeweizen. So how's that work out nicely? Yeah. So that'll be my first beer here, and you guys can talk about what you have there.
I have with me today from the first authentic Trappist brewery in the United States, in Spencer, Massachusetts, Spencer Festive Lager. It is considered a Martin Oktoberfest beer on BeerVentures. They're calling it on their website, thespencerbrewery.com, just a Pilsner style beer. It's at 4.7% alcohol by volume with an indiscernible amount of IBUs. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. What you got, Michael Sheldon? What are you bringing? Can you say the name? What is it?
Say the name. Say the name.
It's Beck, man. It's Beck.
All right. There you go. One of the world's most notorious German beers. Brewed in New York, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York City!
But it is based on a German Pilsner. So.
I think it's in Baldwinsville, New York, by the way. All right, cool.
All right, you guys got to stop being so nice and jump in here with what you got. So.
Let's go, Jordan. Come on, North.
All right, I've got 2 beers, actually. Epic Brewing Company out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and Denver, Colorado. 2 locations, I guess. Double Skull Doppelbock.
Oh, that's a pretty cool looking label.
Yeah, really enjoy it. It's made from recycled paper, too. Really cool feel to it. 7.8%. Been sipping on it and really enjoying it so far. And then I've got a local beer from Goat Walker Brewing Company. This is Fainting Bock.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. Back there's a Fainting Bock, of course.
Always enjoy a nice bock.
Oh, with the fainting goat and everything. Oh, that's great.
That is pretty cool.
Yep. For 5.6%. Yeah, they just opened up in the beginning of summer, and I've had one of their beers, but they weren't really experienced with the equipment yet, so excited to try out their recent stuff.
Nice. And Tanya, what did you bring?
I have an Iinger beer to go with the goat theme. the Celebrator Doppelbock. It even comes with its own little tiny plastic goat charm.
That's a great beer right there. Excellent choice.
Oh,
Oh, I could have that beer there.
Like Jordan's looking for a goat now or something.
There's goats here?
He just ran away. All right, we'll see you later, Jordan. Come on back.
He got scared when he saw the goat, I guess, you know.
Oh, shit.
I had a collection of those at one point.
Oh, see, you want to go get the goats.
So,
put
you're
'em
drinking
on-
your beer already, Rod J. What are you thinking about it?
Yeah, hey, there's John. Or Gene.
John, how you doing?
Gene or John.
Hello.
Oh, that's I don't even know what that meant. That's like,
Sound like your cell phone was vibrating.
that's like peanuts.
And now we hear you.
Oh, I heard wah, 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 wah.
John, Michael Sheldon Jr. Michael Sheldon Jr. John.
Good evening, guys. How are y'all?
What's going on, man?
Tanya, how are you doing, sweetie? Been a long time. Hey, Tanya. Hey.
Hey.
How you doing? Hey,
Woo.
Rod.
What's going on,
We
y'all?
got back.
Let's introduce everybody.
We just did.
We just did. Where you been?
Introduce yourself. What are you drinking?
We'll let you munch on that real quick. You can tell us what you brought.
It's been a long
I
day,
got
guys.
back.
Which one you got?
St.
St.
Pauli
Pauli's
girl.
girl.
Ah, that's
All right. You and Michael together with those.
All right. Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to spot an optimator,
Yeah.
but
So the
I had a good drive. I had to drop a friend of mine's off from work across town, and the place I usually go get my singles was on the other side of town. So I was like, hell with it. And then I stopped at the store. They do singles, so
There you go.
they didn't have spotting. So the next best thing, St. Pauli's girl. So
there you go.
I wasn't sure I was going to make this review tonight, but I am. But I got about a good hour or so.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
All right. So the Erdinger, the full title of it is the Erdinger Weissbrau. Like I said, #1 Hefeweizen is on the label. Don't know who chose it as being #1. It doesn't say who the source is that said it's #1, but they've got it in print there. But it did come out with a nice, pretty much 2 to 3 finger head that's down to just under 1 now. And it talked about the natural fermentation of it. You can see how hazy that thing is, non-pasteurized like that. So really all in the bottle type action, but has a nice aroma to it for what you would expect on something like this. You do get that horse blanket type smell and a little bit of a sweetness out of it. But, you know, a Hefeweizen is always a nice one, usually more during the summer or so, but we still got some pretty good weather where you can sit back and enjoy it. It's got a nice little sweetness to it in the taste, almost like a honey type part of the taste. Initial bitterness up front, but real smooth, real crisp, real refreshing on the back end. Comes in at a 5.3 ABV, so like most Hefeweizens, not very heavy at all. Doesn't list on here what the IBU is though, but bitterness has to be really low. I'd probably put it down around 10 or something probably. But for those that like kind of that malt type sweetness in their beer, you don't have to worry about the hops. It's not going to bite you. So you actually have more of a sweetness here. A nice one that you could actually kick back with if you're still grilling out. You know, can go with any of your grill type foods as well pretty easily. But all in all, not a bad beer. People sometimes worry about stuff that's fermented. As you can see, not even really anything floating around inside as well from what I can see here. Do like the nice golden straw type color on it. Pretty decent. So maybe it is the #1 Hefeweizen out there. I don't know. I have to do some more research on that, but it does go down very easily. And Hefeweizen for me are probably one of the more favorite styles I actually like on some of the German type beers out there. There's
That's
so
more
many
of a
different-
wheat beer, right? Rajay is more of a wheat beer.
Yeah, more of a wheat beer.
Okay.
And I do like the box family as well, but the for something that's crisp, refreshing, easy lawnmower type beers, you can really throw down a Hefeweizen for those type of things. When you don't want something heavy and you just want to chill and relax, they make perfect beers for that. So It's the one thing I like about them versus some of the wheat. They don't mess around as much with a lot of the flavoring that you get in a lot of the wheat beers either. So keeps it more kind of to the German type laws along those lines. But definitely a decent one. As far as any type of rating on this one, a rating out of 5. I think it does definitely represent. It has a real good mouthfeel on it. I'd probably give it a 4 1/4. So pretty solid overall. So put in like the A level for sure. They actually import this in from Germany. So imported by Erdinger USA, Manhasset, New York. But on the bottle it says it comes right out of Germany. So yeah, it's decent. I would drink this one again.
Sweet.
And again. And again. And of course, because it's imported, we get screwed there. So,
it's 11.2 ounces.
11.2 ounces. They're not giving us that 0.8, people. They're going to keep that 0.8.
So it's more of a high gravity Hefeweizen, right?
No. It's only 5.3%.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. It's low gravity. It's just when they set their bottles up, they go by the milliliter system. So their bottles come out to be 11.2 ounces versus our 12. So
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And as far as
11.12, I thought, hey, all right.
no, that's a big Hefeweizen in that case.
Now this one I was actually able to purchase at one of my places here, a single, which is nice, but $1.90, and that's not a bad amount for this beer.
It's not bad at all.
So that's my beer there. So I can now sit back and enjoy some and listen to you guys run off a little bit. But I did forget because Eric has the stuff on the 22 because this is the 22nd show.
Right now, yeah. 22 is the natural number following 21 and preceding 23 if you didn't know your math. There you go. Thank you, Wikipedia. All right.
It's also the number of the all-time leading rusher, right, in the NFL?
Yeah, exactly.
Miss Smith wore 22.
That's exactly right. And did you know that there are 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet?
Barry Sanders still the best, but that's just me talking.
But that was back on episode 20, though, Gene. See, we're on 22 now.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
It's a pretty popular caliber, right? 22.
Yeah, it is. 22 is.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. 22 is the number of players on the field at any one time in an American football match, by the way.
Yeah.
There you go. There are the number of yards in a chain is 22. There you go. Baltimore Orioles Hall of Famer Jim Palmer wore number 22. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay.
I think. And Iron Maiden has a song called 22 Acacia Avenue, and the death metal band Hypocrisy's album Catch 22 was released in 2002. And Taylor Swift's got a song named 22, which I don't want to talk about.
Strawberry Letter 22, Brothers Johnson. Or actually, Strawberry Letter 23, but you hear the song Strawberry, when he plays the song Strawberry Letter 22. But I digress.
Exactly.
Keep talking, Eric.
There you go. The last thing I'm gonna say here is 22 is the atomic number of titanium.
Oh.
There you go. And now I'd like to get to a beer here. That was way too much.
Well, then deuce and do it.
Now I was looking on their website and I was looking at the incorrect beer when I named off this information earlier. This is actually it's still a German style German style Marzen Oktoberfest. This is actually 7.5% alcohol by volume, and they say it's a Trappist lager inspired by German tradition, smooth, russet colored, hearty and malt forward with hints of smoke and spice, balanced by noble hops and a bitter finish. And it's definitely a russet colored beer, if you want to put it that way. It's got that copper, orangey, autumn leaves kind of look to it. It did have a bigger head, but what you kind of see here is pretty much what I'm getting out of the head. It's not too much, not a whole hell of a lot of lacing, but still looks nice in the part of a German lager Oktoberfest beer with a little bit of a haze to it.
Mm-hmm.
The nose on it is got some roasted malts. It's got a little bit of a rye spice to it. It's got the noble hop spice to it. I am getting a little bit of that smoky note that they're talking about from their description there. There's definitely a big brown sugar bready malt component to it. So it smells the way a traditional Oktoberfest should. So the taste on the Oktoberfest, cheers, the festive lager. Yeah, it's definitely all those things. What I'm getting initially, to tell you the truth, is some kind of a piney hop zing to it, which is kind of interesting for the style. I guess as a Trappist monastery, they're taking their own spin on things, which is nice.
Those crazy monks.
I guess, yeah. There's definitely a rye component I'm getting. There's definitely some of that light, smoky notes of a Rauch beer, those kind of German elements to it. It's like a smoked lager, well, a smoked malt, I should say. There's definitely all kinds of brown bread and a little bit of that molasses, more of a brown sugar type sweetness. And I am getting toffee and caramel malts. But to tell you the truth, the thing that's sticking out to me is a combination of that noble hop spice, a sweetness, and this piney kind of a light citrus kind of a flavor. But this piney note is kind of really sticking out to me. It's not like you're drinking gin, but it's not, and it's also not like you're drinking a really piney forward West Coast IPA, but it has some of those notes that are playing really interestingly with the toasted malts and those smoky kind of malt qualities to it. Light smoky malts, might I add. It definitely is having a lagering type of a feel and quality to it. It's definitely very crisp, clean, and super refreshing. It's pretty dry without being too abrasive. It's not like Bud Light or a Budweiser where it's that kind of a dryness to it. You are getting a slight bit of some residual sweetness from the malts, but it does a good deal of drying out. I can tell that it's got a little more heft than your normal average Oktoberfest or German type Pilsner beer, but you couldn't really tell that this is that high, that this is a 7.5% Marzen beer. So if you want to try to hoist this one for a Stein hoisting, this might not be the one you want to choose all day long because it is 7.5%. But because it has a nice drinkability, I would say it's a medium-bodied beer. Because it does have a nice drinkability, and that piney kind of a hop variety is very unique in the taste. I'm going to give it a 3.75 as a beer overall. As a Oktoberfest Marzen style beer, I would probably give it a B-. I don't think it's quite so accurate to that style, but I like what it's doing and I like what it presents as a beer and to my palate. So a high B+ is where I'm at with the festive lager from Spencer's Trappist Ales in Spencer, Massachusetts.
Nice.
And so they're out of the St. Joseph's Abbey in the town of Spencer, Mass. If you didn't know.
So good overall, but style-wise, I think it's off a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that these piney flavors are really where a Oktoberfest ought to be.
Yeah, the piney and the Marzen is kind of weird a little bit.
Yeah, it's still good. It's definitely overall spicy in its nature.
Yeah.
And what do you got, Michael Sheldon Jr.? You want to explain your Beck's beer if you're there?
I'm here.
Give us a laydown. The color, appearance, smell, taste, overall opinions.
Well, here's the bottle. That's Beck's. It's a German-style beer from what the guy at the store said. I have it in my little big-ass glass here.
All right.
Smells,
Hold on.
Everybody needs a big-ass glass.
How does it smell? How does it look?
Well, it smells spicy, very hoppy. It
Really?
looks pretty clear. Looks pretty clear to me.
All right. Start drinking. Cheers.
Don't chug it all, though.
He'll do that.
It tastes very hoppy.
Really?
It has some spicy notes to it. That's all I'm getting out of that. I'm not a very good beer reviewer, but I appreciate you guys having me here.
Is it a light body, heavy body, crisp, clean, refreshing? What would you say?
I'd say it's a medium body.
Is it pretty refreshing? Does it go down smooth?
Let's try again.
All right, let's do it. That's how we do it as beer reviewers. We got to think.
Yeah. Goes down pretty smooth.
Is it bitter?
It has a bitter taste to it, yes.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. And if you were back in school, what kind of letter grading would you give that beer?
Well, from a scale from 1 to 5,
Sure. Yeah, 1 to 5.
I give it a 4.
Okay.
Excellent.
Good.
So they've been around for a while.
Thank you.
He'll be here all week, people.
All right. Michael Sheridan from Rhode Island.
I used to drink Beck's every weekend. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Love my German lagers.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I think I started drinking it when I was back in high school, and it always went down easy.
It went down easy with that math assignment, right?
Yeah.
Beck's is a very good beer. It's very enjoyable, perfect for the summer.
It's not one I usually hunt down now just because there's so many in the craft area, but it's always nice to go back and check it out.
You know, I think now that we heard about Beck's, we better hear about St. Pauli's girl over here.
Well, really, I did a review of this on my channel. It's 5%. I don't care what these sites says, 4.9 or 4.90. It's 5%. Just round the damn thing off. Anyway, it's a very enjoyable German Pilsner. Very quite hoppy. Has one of the things I've always said about these German beers, even some of these beers overseas, that the ABV may be very low, but they tend to feel like when you're drinking it, like it has a little bit more alcohol to it. And St. Pauli's Girl, same with Carlsberg, which, you know, damn, I should have gotten that before I got in St. Pauli's Girl, because Carlsberg is really good. Am I right, Eric?
I think they're both considered German Pilsners in style, but go on.
Yes, but
Well,
I know
actually,
Carlsberg's your favorite.
St. Pauli Girl, I believe, is actually considered Helles,
Right.
which is still fine.
Yep.
Right. And like I said, Eric, I know that your person, that's one of your personal favorites, Carlsberg.
Some strangers.
Right. So do I. And I really love the Elephant too, Carlsberg Elephant. That's really good. But the style, it's perfect. It is very crisp. It has sort of that very herbal notes to this beer. And what more can I say? It's something that I get a lot during the summer months. And I know the Alston brothers, or the Bros, as I like to call them.
Yeah.
Right. They give it an okay score, but I'm gonna give this to me, it's always been a personal favorite of mine's. I'm giving this a B, and I guess that score would be what? What's your average? So maybe a 4 or 3?
Or maybe like a 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah. So it's one of the better Pilsner beers that I've always enjoyed.
Now, the only
German Pilsners.
The only question I have for you is, as compared to a lot of the mass-produced beers that we have on the market in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Latin America, those kind of places, how would you say that beer is different? Because I know that they probably don't use the same kind of adjuncts, and it probably has more of a malt presence to that beer.
A lot of malt, very, very malty, definitely. And it gives it maybe that sort of extra kick, because they don't add anything else to it. They keep it very basic, very simple. And I think that's one of the reasons why. Now, obviously, the price is the biggest issue with this, why people will go with the American styles versus the German style, because whatever they're putting in that. But I can see and the cost for this for a 6-pack, I think, is $6.99. So
yeah, it's not too expensive.
Not too expensive at all. It's very, very reasonable. So if you're buying a 12-pack of this, maybe 13, but still something that, I can see, like you said, forget the summer, maybe year round, you know?
Do you think St. Pauli Girl just gets a bad rap? I mean, because of it's being around as long as it has been, it's kind of like seen on a different level, like
kind of the same way people look at Heineken, because even though that beer is from Holland, but sort of kind of in that same category. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I know when Untapped it gets an average of like 2.99, and you mentioned like on Beer Advocate. But sometimes I just think some of the other beers get a bad rap just because of what they are and how long they've been out there. People carry a grudge going into them anyway.
I mean, Heineken is a legendary beer, and I don't see why people would. Now, I can see people give their views about Budweiser or this or that, but I get that. But Heineken is one of those legendary beers, you know, same with Beck's, even though they've been owned by Anheuser-Busch, St. Pauli's Girl, whatever. But I just don't understand why they would throw Heineken into that same level as Budweiser. Is like, well, we don't, whether it be Rate Beer or whomever. Yeah, we don't like him, we'll just, because they're in that same group. I mean, to me, it's more, I would, give it more praise than just the scores they give it,
Yeah. Fair enough.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. I think sometimes it's because it's the size of it and the name of it, things along those lines. But, like I said, I prefer to go after some of the craft, but I also, there's times when I'll drink like a Heineken or something like that as well. It's just, it's not where I usually like to go to first now, but at the same point, It's out there, Put me in the right spot, I'll drink a Budweiser if I have to.
Can't please everybody with craft beer.
Yeah. But
what's going on, Michael? What are you doing? Whoa.
What is Michael doing over there?
Hey, guys, real quick. Not to get off topic here, but we seen I don't know, it was and I'm sorry, guys, and Miss Tanya. Sorry.
Miss Tanya and the guys.
Yeah, no, Miss Tanya, and just want to be very respectful, guys. Everyone here, ladies, madam. You've seen some things. I don't know whether it was the craft beer movement. I think I was reading a story. I think it was on my Facebook feed. I don't know if it was Stone or some brewery was going through some layoffs. Yeah. I'm wondering if the craft beer market has really hit the ceiling versus, I think
you might have saw the story that I posted on there.
Right.
About Stone laid off over 70 plus people from their organization.
Right.
And
I think it's I'm a huge fan of Stone. I love their beers, but I think it's because they're expanding more than they should be. I mean, a place in Vermont, a place in Germany over the last year or two.
Well, Southern Cal, they got a new hotel they're building too, but
yeah,
they did cite that they saw a loss in their sales, and they saw that things were slowing down, and that led to them actually cutting some of the positions. Now, the thing is, Stone has gotten to be like this great big craft brewer out there. So as people are going more to maybe their local community, they're going to probably withdraw sales from out of it. But Stone is probably still making good, decent money. It's just they're contracted to what the market is actually doing. And there's a point out there too where Stone may have gotten to a point where they kind of got big. Like say when Sam Adams blew up, it was kind of like maybe they oversaturated them a few of their things. But some of the beers they put out there, a lot of them were good beers, but some of them have been okay beers. So they may have hurt themselves a little bit by trying to push too much out there too.
I think they're distributing too far too, because oftentimes I've been to Stone's locations in San Diego many times, but oftentimes when they come out here, they're already like 2 months old, the IPAs and stuff like that. It just doesn't have the same effect. So people go, oh, it's just another IPA. Why would I pay extra import fees, stuff like that?
Right.
Taste something that's okay,
And some of the guys in England have said that too, that they get the beers over there. They're usually a little more dated. So,
but fresh, it's unbelievable. I love Stone's IPAs. Fresh.
I still say that Mocha IPA this year is probably one of the best beers I've had from Stone. From anybody, their Stone Mocha IPA is one of the best beers I've had.
The Enjoy by Black IPA, that was amazing. I had it right at the brewery. I couldn't believe how great it was. Yeah. I mean, best black IPA I've had for sure. So.
Nice. Well, Tanya, let's get a lady's voice in here. Let's see what Tanya has. And Tanya just came off of her show, actually interviewing a couple breweries. So
yeah, I actually just got home from doing my second one this afternoon. So that'll be up here pretty soon. That'll be fun. Okay, so this is again Anger's Celebrator. It's the finest Bavarian double Bock, according to the label. And let's see here. It says that you should enjoy it with a nice cigar. So I recommend that.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, nice cigar.
That
Yeah.
beer is so good.
Yeah. So 6.7%, 24 IBUs, and it unfortunately says the nutritional values, such as that it has 260 calories in this bottle. That's I like the fact that calories aren't on beer, so that saddens me.
Well, get ready for more with all the laws they're working on.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'd be like, damn it, that's a lot of calories in beer. Right now, I don't know any wiser. So anyway, let's take a look at this. So I had chosen this at the end of September in anticipation of Oktoberfest. Yikes, this is going to be messy. And it's been sitting in my refrigerator since then, so I've been waiting for it. And I accidentally drank the rest of my Oktoberfest beers last night in a desperate attempt to find beer before the debate happened. But I have one more.
Yeah.
You went through a lot watching the debate, probably.
Right, and then I had to switch to vodka because, vodka. But anyway.
I don't know what games people were playing, but you could have easily got drunk last night.
Vodka was the Beck's elixir watching that last night, really.
Yeah. All right, so this poured pretty heady. I was actually surprised by that, and I wonder if it's just how warm this glass is because I was lazy and didn't get up.
That is the beer style of that particular one.
Yeah, I couldn't even pour the whole thing. I mean, this is like maybe a half of it. But anyway, so we'll take a look at it. So nice and heady, but the head is nice. Like it's super foamy, and almost, I guess we'll call it tan. Aroma-wise, it's got, I love Doppelbocks. I love the smell of them. It's always really malty, which is great. It's like nice, toasty, malty, bread crusty. But it always reminds me, the style always reminds me of Manischewitz or something, the grape juice that they served at the JCC, the Jewish Community Center, all the time.
Manischewitz.
It has that kind of fruitiness to it.
Don't get Manischewitz worked in too much.
Just don't drink Madeira wine. Screw that.
Yeah, I guess it's not. Yeah, whatever they gave to kids, it wasn't wine; it was grape juice.
I thought it was, sparkling grape, right?
Very, very sweet grape juice.
Yeah.
Right, it is very sweet. I don't know why they gave that to a bunch of kids, but anyway, here we are.
We all made out fine, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I love this style just because it really focuses on malt, which is really my preferred style of beer. Or, I mean, not even style. I guess that's at the center of the spectrum.
Taste profile.
Yeah. And this one just smells so much like a nice toasty bread crust. All right, so let's drink this.
It is so good. Enjoy that. That beer is amazing you're drinking right now.
And what's
Yeah,
the ABV, Tanya? And Tanya, what's the
that?
ABV?
Oh, 6.7.
It drinks much larger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
it drinks
drinks like
big.
a-
Yeah, and
it
so this
drinks
is
like
in the
a-
category of strong European beers because it's a step up from like a Hellesbock. And so, yeah, still pretty strong, I feel like. And it has just a big, bold flavor. It's just like this round, robust maltiness. I feel like we're having an eclipse happening over there.
Yeah, Michael Sheldon, what's going on?
Anyway, it has a nice, clean finish. It leaves like a little tinge of bitterness in there, but it's mostly like malt remnants, I think. And you get like the toasty end of that. It's pretty nicely carbonated, even though when I'm looking at it, I don't see a lot of bubbles. So it's got a nice, I think all of that comes together with like, I'm going to say what I would call a solidly medium body. And I like the fact that the head sticks around, so it gives it kind of this creaminess. Ooh. Good beer. This is it's really clear drinking this why this is one of the commercial examples of this particular style of beer, because it really is just nicely done. Every time I've had it, it's been enjoyable. and you totally get this plastic goat. Yay! So anyway, great beer, I guess. You know, I would give it a 5, and that really means that I would drink it again because I have consistently bought it over the last several years. So I guess that makes me a fan of it, and it's great to style. It's great to drink anyway. The style itself is great. Doppelbocks are wonderful. You should drink them. There's also this is like a darker version. You can get a lighter version, which tends to be a little bit more on the hoppy side. You know, and so I encourage you to try both and see what the differences are and which ones you like. So there you go. Cheers.
That's my favorite beer I've had from Germany thus far in the beer drinking adventure that I'm on, I guess you could call it. Yeah. You can never try everything.
Some call it adventure, some call it voyage.
All I'm trying to say here is you can never try every single beer from Germany. There's way too many.
No.
But you can try.
You can try.
Fail, but you can try.
Well, we lost Jordan. He's up now. I don't know where.
Yeah.
If the goat scared him or what.
What are you drinking now, Michael Sheldon Jr.? What you got now? You got another Beck's? All right, another Beck's.
Another Beck's. There's Jordan. What's he going? Hoodie? He's going to his hat now. Did you just go hit a liquor store or something?
I'm going
He's in Canada. It's cold.
I'm gonna go straight to the heart of Germany right here.
Well, wait a minute. Let Jordan get his in.
Honey brown.
You got a honey brown.
Oh, go ahead, Eric.
Come on, Jordan. Let's see what you got.
No cutting.
We're not going to give honey brown any space on here.
All right, what I'm drinking today is Epic Brewing Company's Double Skull, or Epic Brewing Company's Double Skull Doppelbock Lager.
Nice.
Yeah. Haven't had a Doppelbock in a while. Figured it's about time I drink one, you know. It's like October, so might as well. Yeah, 7.8%. They're out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff. Great labeling, I gotta say. I absolutely dig it. I mean,
yeah, I like the label.
Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, drank most of it. This is what's left.
So this will be a summary, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, pours a beautiful, like a mahogany brown, crystal clear, ruby red gleam kind of body. Nice lacing on the glass. Yeah, really beautiful looking beer. It's got like a tannish brown kind of head. It had like a infinitely creamy compact head to start. Look, just absolutely amazing. But yeah, the aroma on this one, super freaking malty. What can you expect? I mean, it's a Doppelbock. Yeah, tons of like raisins, dark fruit, some prunes, some plum, dates. I'm getting lots of like a slight nuttiness, a nice amount of what is that there? Like, yeah, like a toffee, something like that going on. But yeah, the taste.
Cheers.
Follows the nose for the most part, except it has a really hoppy presence to it, like a really nice bitterness, and I think it really suits the malts. It doesn't overwhelm the palate. It's got this nice yeah, like a black pepper green tea kind of flavor, something like that going on. I'm getting lots of really nice bitterness that oftentimes with Doppelbocks I find the malts can overwhelm the palate, and after a while you're just drinking syrup, like beer syrup. But the hops are really just giving it an extra spark, you know. It's not really it's not a main player, just something to help along the malts, you know. It's a really, really great beer. Definitely recommended. As for rating, I go, oh, right, the mouthfeel is like light, crisp, effervescent, like you would expect in a lager, but it's still got this stickiness.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as a rating, I go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Knock it out.
Wipe off the goatee a bit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a B plus kind of beer, like A minus, right around there. I go kind of I'm very, how you say, like, hard on beers, if that makes sense. So yeah, B plus, like an 89, right around there, 88. Really damn good beer. Definitely recommended.
Was that a good glass? Was that a good choice of the glassware for that beer?
Fucking awesome, dude.
All right.
We're gonna take that as a yes.
I never thought about
Yeah.
glass. That's why I asked that. That looked really like a good pairing right there. Looked fancy.
It
Bought
looks
these yesterday, 4 of them for $6.
oh, that's a good deal.
I'm gonna say this right now.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Money in the bank right there.
Exactly. You're damn right.
Well, it looks like we're getting invaded by Canadians because Booze Reviews has made it into the house
Yes,
tonight.
Booze Reviews.
Somebody left the back door open, it looks like.
Dude, you been drinking or what?
That's the
More than
outdoor.
you know, Dan. More
We
than
thought, we thought you were freed up tonight, man.
Well, I just thought I'd come in for a quick second. I mean, I'm outside barbecuing, so I thought I might as well just come in and piss you guys off for a few minutes.
There you go. So what are you drinking while you're grilling?
Well, I'm barbecuing some sausages, some potatoes, some veggies,
Nice.
and I'm drinking a great big fucking beer.
Sweet.
A liter.
That is a big beer.
It is. It quite is. Yeah, it's not bad overall. It's quite a decent beer, but it's not a German style beer per se.
So you just want to come in and crash the show and just throw something out there, huh?
I just want to drink a beer. I just want to drink a beer, and I just want to bug you guys for a few
There
minutes.
you go. Well, go ahead. What do you got?
So basically, what I've got is from Banded Peak Brewing. It's the Planesbreaker, and it's a wheat ale, but it's hopped, so it doesn't really count as a German.
Dan, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that, baby. Yeah, I think I just gave Jordan an erection.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No.
Yeah, it's going up, you know.
So this apparently was brewed and canned about 2 to 3 days ago. So it's pretty fresh.
I'm sorry.
No worries. And like I said, it is hopped, so it's not a true style German beer. It does have tropical hop taste to it. So you do have sort of like the passion fruits, grapefruit taste to it, but you do also have like a wheat taste on back note on it. So it's only got 24 IBUs, so it's not that major of a hoppy beer. Other than that, it's actually pretty decent. So I tried it out of a keg the other day, and I have to say, out of the crowler, it is much better. So I give this a 4.75 out of 5 on this one.
Wow.
Wow. Look at you.
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
sounds honestly like really hoppy, low bitterness kind of wheat beers. Is kind of like New England style IPAs. That's
Sounds
really
a lot
what-
like that. You're right, Jordan.
It is. I mean, I
I
didn't
mean-
go through the ocean for it, so I'm sorry about that, guys. That's my mistake.
You got your pumpkin for next week?
Yes, I do.
Sour pumpkin. I'm drinking sour
He was
pumpkin.
disappointed because he wanted to use it last week.
We both are going to have a sour pumpkin beer next week. It's going to be awesome.
If Jordan joins us next week, I think we're going to be drinking the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better join us, Michael Sheldon Jr. Pumpkin beer.
No, I'll bring that one, and of course another one. Yeah.
I can
What are
see
you
that.
drinking, Rajay?
Well, I am now getting back into another German Hefeweizen. So this is Paulaner, and it's their Well, they got Hefeweizen, natural rub, natural wheat on Untapped, but on the bottle, Paulaner Hefeweizen, natural wheat since 1634. So
Wow.
they may have been knowing a little bit of something of what they were doing.
That's an old beer.
Yeah.
Got the date on the bottle, guys.
Straight from the cellar. No.
Come on, guys.
The secrets behind Paulaner's excellent taste and unwavering quality are locally sourced ingredients and a tradition of craftsmanship that has been passed down and perfected by our dedicated brewmaster since 1634. Here in Munich, Paulaner beer is not a mere product. It is a matter of the heart. And they got their website stuff there. So it also says, brewed in strict accordance with the Bavarian purity law of 1516, only using water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. Brewed and bottled exclusively. Paulaner Brauerei, bunch of letters, Munich, Germany. So there you go.
Was that a single? Did you buy a 6-pack? Buy a 4-pack? How did you acquire that beer?
This one, I bought this individually as well at one of my spots, $1.90. So again, I've got some pretty good spots around where I'm at that I can get some pretty good deals on beer. So fortunate there. Cincinnati blowing up. Those of you that follow my Facebook page, Raj BeerVentures, I think you guys have seen all the different breweries opening up and all the stuff we got going on here. So it's kind of incredible to be in Cincinnati right now.
Okay, goodbye, John, again.
I don't know. Somebody he's got his internet cut off or something.
John, is everything all right? What's going on, man?
But as far as this one here, John, you going back and forth. You know that, right?
We can't hear you, John.
Can't hear you.
No comprendo.
I think he's out, man.
John.
He's there, but we can't hear him. But this, just like the previous one, it has that nice sweet fragrance to it that has that malt forwardness. I'd mentioned the other one I thought was around 10 IBU in the first one. This one is actually 12 IBU, so the other one's pretty close to that. A nice sweetness comes out of it, nice honey. You almost get something symbolic of that coriander type aroma.
Symbolic. Wow.
As far as the head itself, nice white head. It came out about 3 fingers, so a nice foamy head. You can see, again, this one very hazy as everything is fermented there in the bottle.
Okay, bye, John.
Wow.
How was that beer taste?
This one is actually almost as good as the first one, except this one's a little bit thinner. So the texture of this being a little thinner jumps out at me, but a little less bitter on the front, but really nice and crisp on the back. Again, an easy one. You can just chug right through this one, put it down pretty easily. Nice mouthfeel, nice duration. Gets up into the cheeks very nicely, so you got your mouth kind of dancing with this one a little bit. This one is leaving a little bit more lacing as it's going down, which is nice.
Hello, John. We can't hear you, John.
Somebody has to be the crunch on this show.
Yeah, this is, yeah. Now playing crunch will be John Pierre.
Oh, I better talk to somebody in the background then for 20 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
No, but this one is actually really decent.
We found the crunch. Hold on.
Somebody eating potato chips again?
No, I muted the man.
No.
You don't have to unmute yourself, Mike, if you want to join back on the conversation, if you got something to say.
I think I'm going to rate it on this one versus the other one. I'd probably give this one like a 3.75. But, again, you can actually tell how they put good craftsmanship into the beers they're sending out of Germany. I mean,
what do you pair with Hefeweizens? Because I know that some people kind of say they have those banana and the spice qualities to it, and some people even say that they can have a bubble gummy kind of a quality to them.
Some of them can. I mean, it's something there. There's almost sometimes a little bit of a wild card there. You can get a bubble gum out of it, and you can get those other flavors you mentioned. Depending on the beer, like something like the 2 that I've had tonight, I could eat these as easily or drink these as easily with, say, like I said, a grilled type food, grilled burger or something, or I could do it as light with something even like a salad. It's got a nice versatility to it because it has a nice, refreshing, crisp quality.
Jordan's got an idea on this one. Go ahead, Jordan.
Hefeweizens and Belgian wet beers, any kind of wheat European beers, I find go amazing with seafood. Any sort of light, spicy seafood dishes.
Yeah. I would
Incredible.
something like this with a Chilean sea bass. I'd be pretty happy.
Chile, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It probably
Dude,
would.
Dude, some friggin' fish tacos, Baja fish.
Oh, fish tacos. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would work too.
Yeah.
Or maybe, as they say, maybe when they say in Eric's neighborhood, some chowder.
Some mac
Some
and cheese,
chowder.
man.
I don't say chowder, guy. Friggin' wicked pissed. All right. So here's the friggin' lager I'm drinking
Let me
right
get
now.
some wicked chowder.
I don't want wicked chowder. I just want some chowder. All right. Anyway, I know what you're. I get it. We're massholes. We call ourselves massholes. The dumb people from
Assholes.
Yeah, we're a bunch of fucking massholes, guy.
Oh my god, that made my
And
whole
we
day.
don't drink this beer, but I'm drinking it anyway. The great people of Dundee Brewing, Honey Brown Lager, that is not German whatsoever.
That is not German whatsoever.
Nope, it is not, but it is friggin' wicked cheap, guy. There you go.
Very economical.
Yeah, it's probably. Yeah.
But Jordan still has another German beer.
Oh, God. 10 IBUs, 4.5% alcohol by volume. It tastes like adjuncts. It has a little bit of sweetness to it. The smell is definitely those two things, adjuncts and sweetness. They say on their website, it's not your watered-down light beer from college, nor is it a heavy craft beer. It's definitely not a heavy craft beer.
But I think it might be a watered-down one from college, though.
And I think it's definitely more along. It says Honey Brown pours right smack dab in the middle. A delicious golden amber color. I didn't know color was delicious.
Nor is
Apparently it is.
If you're going to be a pitch man, you can't question the copy.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to just say that there's some combination of an amber lager / Killian's Red / that brand, Coors Light, Coors beers, kind of sweet adjunct flavors to it. It's not much to write home about, but if you want a really cheap beer with a little bit of that honey-like sweetness and a touch of a toasted malt character, then Honey Brown is maybe one you should explore if you're a guy that likes to go to the bar, and if Yingling Lager's on tap, try Yingling. Then this one you might enjoy from time to time. It's not the greatest thing. It is certainly far from the worst thing at the bar and at the grocery store, or if you buy beer. I would give it a C, or very high C+. Probably 3.25 out of 5 for this non-German beer, Honey Brown Lager.
I think I did actually do a review of that at some point. I remember buying it like months and months ago. I may have a review out there.
And from anybody from Canada that cares, apparently they make this thing with pure Manitoba white clover honey. Uh-oh.
All right.
So the shittiest honey.
I've got Das Boot
Yeah,
level
exactly.
4 from German beers. I've moved to my German stock up on Untappd.
You got to get a Das Boot.
woo! Got the boot.
So, Ty, you have another beer, or Jordan? I know you have another one.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot of beers, but they're not German.
Does Jordan have a German beer?
Which is kind of weird in itself that we're all drinking all these different beers, but kind of like the Germans are the ones
party
that
flowing.
get Germans separate.
Yeah,
Germans don't
I'll tell you
drink
what, Jordan, you go, and I'll see if I can't summon something that might be appropriate.
Well, this beer here, I was gonna drink it, but it was behind my computer, so I forgot about it.
It's warm as hell now, right?
But I started drinking Breakside Brewery out of, where are they? Portland, Oregon.
Ooh, nice.
They're passion fruit sour ale.
Oh, you were
Yeah.
sour, huh?
Awesome freaking label on it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Trippy, man. Trippy.
You got to appreciate the artwork of some of the craft beer companies on their labels.
Can y'all hear
All
me
right.
now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go.
Damn, man.
Hello.
Thing.
No,
So,
you just died.
I've had to reboot, and reboot 3 freaking times.
What's going on in Alabama tonight?
I have no damn idea. You know, Alabama's so
Oh,
damn ass back. I gotta believe in the church. The church.
Almost time for that
The
game.
biblical
What say
reasons.
next? So, Jordan, you were mid-spiel.
Sorry?
You were mid-spiel.
you were interrupted, basically.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you
No,
were
I
my
totally
bad.
forgot.
It's the whole border thing.
For some reason. You were Miss Fields.
You were mid-pitch.
Continue.
Yeah, for John, it's passion fruit sour ale from Breakside. Awesome beer. Definitely worth the money I paid. It's only 5%, but it's got flavor like a big old beer, you know. Tons of passion fruit.
Not huge in the alcohol percentage, I've noticed. Not really.
Yeah. Well, depends who you ask. Like if you're going to the brewery and buying a sour, you got like a 12-13% sour on your hands. So
Damn.
yeah, it's fucking stupid. But
Anyways.
but yeah, it's passion fruit and it's a lemon. There you go.
Good.
And you know, like that's all you need.
Lemon passion fruit.
A minus kind of beer.
Too bad Crunch didn't have that beer during sour beers. He had no sour beer.
I think he did that on purpose.
I'm at a sour brewery. Let me try a Belgian beer that's not sour. I digress.
Where was he?
He was at a sour brewery somewhere in Michigan.
The beers that he got, we don't think they were sour, really.
He got the first one he got was what he claimed a sour saison, and then he got a double.
But some sour breweries do make other levels of beer because they're usually sour and wild beers. Like the one that we have here, the sour and wild.
Saison has a wide range of how funky
Yeah.
they can be, though.
Yeah.
I will agree with that.
Well, I brought a wild beer over. I didn't bring over a sour. So
I think that still would have worked in that discussion.
Yeah.
I think it would.
yeah, that was all I had for the time. But
Sour, tang, tart, I think of all those things in the same category, really. It's hard for me as a beer reviewer to differentiate when something's extremely tart or when something becomes sour. I don't know the difference.
Well, if it becomes sour, that's usually bad. But if it's not designed to be that way,
that could be considered John's Miller High Life Light from last week.
Oh
Yeah.
Well, he got
Appreciate that, Eric. Thanks.
$9.99 last week.
Cheers. As I drink honey brown lager.
He was looking at Walmart for the sours. He couldn't find any. He tried. Leave him alone.
We're having fun.
Talia, did you find one?
I have, like I said, I have beer, but it's not German. This is I bought this for later tonight when we drink more beer, if we're drinking beer, which we haven't talked. But anyway, this is Ale Industries Fruit Veil Bomber, and it's 6.3% alcohol by volume. I think it's an IBA, an IPA.
Yeah, you don't want an IBA. That's like irritable.
No.
An IPU.
Getting out of control here. This is the brewery that I went to do an interview video with, and this is one of the beers that I took home. So I picked this because the descriptions that they have on their board for their beers, it doesn't tell you what style it is. It just gives you a description. And so this one is listed as juicy, silky, and Beyonce.
And Beyonce?
It is juicy,
Right?
silky, and Beyonce.
Yeah, and I was like, shit, I gotta buy that.
That beer better not holler back, girl.
That's Stefani,
Yeah, you're wrong.
I listen to
right.
heavy metal.
which isn't bad either, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, especially if you're at the White House this week, right? Shit.
Yeah.
All right, sorry for all the swearing. Wow, excuse me. All right. Anyway, wow. Okay. This is definitely a West Coast IPA.
Oh, IPA.
Right, not an IBA, remember. And
Not an NWA.
not an NWA.
Uh-oh.
If I saw that,
Uh-oh.
if I saw that beer, I'd buy that.
Straight out of Oakland.
If it were a
Right.
if it were a Canadian beer, it'd be called an IPA.
I said Oakland on purpose. I know where you're saying.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So did I tell you that this beer is from Oakland, or did
No,
you
you
just make an
didn't.
Oakland reference?
Well, you
I
said
made
Fruitvale
Oakland,
on it.
right?
That's
I knew
where
you were from
Oakland, the
that
Fruitvale Station movie was Oakland, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
Fruitvale.
literally. Yeah, it's literally like 2 blocks from the Fruitvale BART station where Oscar Grant was killed. So there you
I'll
go.
tell you, that movie really
Go
hits me
straight
every
out
time I
Compton.
see it.
I haven't watched
Go ahead,
it
Tanya.
yet. I haven't want to get to that pissed off stage.
Yeah,
yet.
that's the next.
I still got a
series. Next
DVR and I
stage
haven't
is-
watched it yet. It's on my DVR. And I'm like, I don't want to watch it yet until I'm going to get really pissed off.
It's all about the beer at hand right now.
Right.
There you go. There you go.
You got to watch it. But
Yeah.
anyway, all
I
right.
should've
So
watched 13.
Ale Industries. Anyway, these guys, just as an FYI, are a I think their cars are biodiesel, but they're a renewable energy source beer company. So like their whole operation is clean energy, which is kind of cool. But anyway, back to the beer here. This beer is like super danky.
I like that.
Grapefruit oil, it's
Jordan, where are you? It sounds like in a New England IPA right now.
oh, I was like looking at him. Where is he?
This sounds like the stuff that he goes goo goo gaga over.
Yeah.
Dank and juicy.
Yeah, this is wow. Anyway, I'm almost afraid to take a drink because it's going to be pretty intense. It has like a little bit of a pineapple going on. And it's
Listen to this,
called-
Jordan.
Don't be afraid. Get in there. We're trying to get you to the IPA level.
That dank and juicy for her beer, Jordan.
Get in there. Don't be a wimp.
I know. I really am a hop.
And you know hops are good for you now because I put out the scientific.
I heard,
proof.
right? Yeah, for your health, for science. All right. So
Cheers
anyway,
for
so
science.
beautiful amber, and let's just drink this. Here we go.
Here's for science, everybody.
Mm.
Get into that IPA.
Oh wow, there's all kinds of stuff going on in this beer. When you smell it, you're like, this is going to be like really intense, and you know. And sometimes when I drink these beers, like I can't think of any good examples at this point. Like, 90-minute hop tomato. I don't know. Anyway, like these beers where they're trying to put as much hop in there as possible, and it's like I feel like it's almost too much, and it gets gets bitter in your jawbone. That's how it smells, but it does not taste like that.
You get weak in the jawbones, huh?
No, that's what happens when you put the hops in front of the boil instead of at the end,
Trillium, baby. Woo.
Right,
Really?
so it's there a long
Put 'em
time,
in-
and it bitters out. This
Right.
is like herbal almost, and it has like this. I want to call it wax,
Oh, you do? Wow.
and so does my Echo.
Echo? Echo.
But it has like this kind of waxy flavor to it, but it's enjoyable, and I can't quite place like what I would call that other than wax.
Wax.
Beastie Boys said put it on wax.
Ooh, bringing up all the good bands this round.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got an oily flavor. No.
No, it's
Waxy.
anyway, it's definitely like grapefruit but like grapefruit rind. It's got that bitter to it. It has, and it cleans up. It's got a good malt to it. And it cleans up nice, and then just leaves like this like grapefruit bitterness behind. And the more I talk after I've had the drink, like the more aggressive that bitter end gets. It's interesting.
So it's got
So
duration.
Yeah.
I think I would like to try that one. That sounds really good.
Yeah, that sounds epic.
Yeah, good beer. If you could get it, I wish you could, because then you could watch the Fruitvale
The
And
Fruitvale
drink
Station. Am I drinking Fruitvale beer?
Yeah, it would be appropriate.
No, they didn't. Here.
Yeah, I also tried one earlier that was called Fruitvale Bomber. I don't know if you guys had cold brew coffee that's like on nitrous. It's kind of like cascadey, like Guinness, and it's just this intense coffee flavor. Even though when you look at it, it looks like tea. I mean, it's darker than this, I guess, but it looks like tea. Anyway, they made a beer out of this. Holy moly, it's amazing. I drank that earlier, also a Fruitvale namesake. But anyway,
What's the ABV, Tanya?
on this beer,
Mm-hmm.
it is 6.3.
Okay.
So yeah. Also, as a plug for myself, stay tuned because I did that interview earlier, and so I'm gonna have a beer with the brewer interview where I talk with Morgan Cox about Cherry Kush. So.
Okay.
Alrighty. Anyway, good beer. I think I probably wouldn't buy it again, just because I'm not into super aggressive IPAs, but I know a lot of people I would recommend it to.
Yeah.
So for style, I feel like it's super high scoring, and then like on my own personal scale, it's like down at a 3, just because it's not my style. Also, it's not German. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we lost part of that at some point, but we had a lot of good German beers tonight, though.
Yes, we did.
I think Jordan grabbed another one too. Not German, but he grabbed another beer.
Homebrew.
Ooh, what is that?
What is that one?
That's a cool label. Wait, bring that back. That was like.
It's my homebrew hashtag America.
Oh yeah.
Is that
Turn,
Trump?
let me see. Is it a kid?
It's Donald
wait.
Trump.
Donald Trump. Look at that.
Make America great again.
Make America
great again. I, Donald J. Trump. I, Donald J. Trump.
What are Trump impersonations?
I, Donald J. Trump. That's full of crap.
That's the northeastern style pale ale.
Yes,
brewed-
Miss Banks.
Oh.
He's not grabbing any woman in the you know what, is he?
And that papoon tang.
Papoon Tang?
And then Eric went to get something.
I have a before
What,
you
another honey brown?
No, I have a 2014 Bourbon County brand stout.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Did you do a review on that already?
Did I pour it already? No.
When did you do a review on it?
Don't
You
actually.
would have saved that for a review. That's a good one to do a review on.
I have a whole 4-pack in the cellar.
I got two Imperial Stouts in my cooler right now. I got, of course, Oscar Blues 1050, and I got Old Rasputin.
That better be.
Old Rasputin is awesome.
So let me know whenever y'all ready to do those, because I'm itching to open. I'm itching to open the Old Rasputin right now.
Oh yeah,
next weekend or next week.
Next week you guys want a pumpkin.
All right.
Right, we did talk about pumpkin.
I didn't say pumpkin.
Good one.
Everybody was saying pumpkin. I was saying no. I didn't want pumpkin. Everybody else wanted pumpkin. So
it's not that cold. It's not cold here down in Alabama.
I think Jordan's the only one that has cold weather right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Like it got to like. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was 85 today. Never mind.
Well, Tanya was about the same here too.
Well, if you lived up here, it would automatically disprove global warming for y'all. Just like
You're drinking the right beer for that statement.
Is this a better conversation for off air?
Maybe, but if we were through beers, we could wrap this baby up. We'll shut it down. We'll go overtime.
Yeah, we better.
Yeah.
Eric, I figured, did I get the Trillium look right? Pretty much, eh?
Oh, there it is. I think Trillium's got slightly more orangey looks than that.
It does have a juice look to it, though.
But in general,
You're a little
Enjoy,
more mango papaya than orange.
I would say you got that haze pretty much down, Pat. That head is definitely that white looking.
I'll give it another pour here.
Oh, Trillium's calling. They want their beer back.
Yeah.
No, you got no. You're looking.
That's me.
You're
That's
right
my
about New
phone.
England.
Sorry.
You got New England down right there, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quit adding hops to the boil, and we got another batch going. Maybe I'll dedicate this one to Clinton.
Yeah.
Just to even out
Gene, you're blowing up. I keep saying Gene, it's John. I keep blowing up.
That's all right, man. Gene, Sean, it's all right, guys.
I mean, do you want to be French or American? I just need to know.
I think hey, I can be both, right? So
Clinton's calling. He wants his beer back.
But we'll go ahead.
What did he drink? What did he like to drink, by the way? Honest Abe, what do you like to drink?
I don't think Honest Abe drank.
He liked a certain kind of juice.
I don't think Lincoln drank alcohol.
Wait a minute. Are we trying to find out what kind of beer Abraham Lincoln drank?
No, Bill Clinton.
I thought John said Honest Abe.
Okay.
I thought he said
I heard Lincoln. I heard something about Lincoln just now. That's why I said okay.
I think Bill Clinton liked any kind of beer that was a young ale.
Well, you know, Trump might have been there with him on that too.
Yeah, probably.
Well, Hillary
Trump
likes to
might have been
drink
a little
too.
young ale
Hillary
there,
drinks.
He
Hillary
would
likes
just let
to
it
drink.
sell. He would say, "I'll drink that in 10." Trump would say, "I'll let it sell, and I'll drink that in 10 years."
Hillary likes to drink too. So she gets down.
I don't
Hillary
want
likes
ever again. Ugh.
Hillary likes stouts, eh?
Yeah.
Say
Pretty
what?
sure she likes stouts.
All right, we're gonna.
All right, so
again, right?
Another episode done.
Wild beer review.
Craft Beer's Going Wild. Rajay here in Cincinnati with the crew. And episode 22 is now going to the books. Appreciate everybody that checked out the video. Looks like we had some pretty good viewers out there. So
thank you for our buddy Michael Sheldon Jr. in Rhode Island for showing up. He just went off air for some reason, but thank you for showing.
yeah, definitely. And anybody out there that sees these videos, you ever want to come in and talk with us on beers, just put something in the description and let us know, and we'll get you on board. But again, I am Rajay here in Cincinnati. And check out my website, rajaybeerventures.com, and you'll see everything else. I'm LinkedIn. We'll hook up on Instagram, Untapped, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it may be. So with me, again, closing out, I
am. Some of us have our little tags here now on our videos, on our screens.
I don't have one.
I am Thomas Metal 75 from the Massachusetts Beer Review channel of YouTube in Southeastern Massachusetts, signing off tonight.
I guess my turn. I am Jean Henderson Pierre, born and raised in Montclair, New Jersey, living currently in Mobile, Alabama. You can check out my YouTube channel, Jean H. Pierre. I do beer reviews called The Beer Ramble.
And then most two polite people were next.
Oh, what?
Ladies first, eh?
All right, I'm Tanya Mikowski. I also have my own beer review channel under my name, but at this moment I'm Miss Tanya and the guys out of San Francisco, California.
Nice. I like that. And Jordan.
All right.
Your turn. Have it.
I'm Jordan from Reviewing Under Influence up here in the Great White North. You know, it's what it's all about. But we got I've been cutting down on the reviews lately, but subscribe. I've been doing more known beers lately, if that makes sense. Not just like 3-4 random beers a day. I go like 1 or 2 freaking awesome beers a day instead. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, subscribe. Cheers.
Good stuff for sure. So yeah, make sure you check out everybody's channel if you get a chance. A lot of good things happening, and always keep checking back. We do this every Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern, and never know who the cast of character is going to be. So make sure you swing by and check us out. Keep drinking good craft beers. Cheers.